Here we are turn 10 and we have an entire province, and it is the iconic Dragon Isles. From here you can wipe out the vampires and build a friendly trade border with Cathay, and now you have a safe bottleneck. Protect your main holdings here and move forward and then join it here. If you lose these, it happens sometimes, you can retake them. Welcome to Elven Plot Armor, and this is the final installment of our 3-part Imrik series. First one was the 5 critical tips to your campaign. The second part was nailing all the dragons in one turn, easy battles, and to wrap it all up, a 10-turn guide built around my Dragon Isle strategy, which will result in an endgame campaign that looks similar to this. We're doing it on Legendary, very hard, but everything we do here will translate to any difficulty. Join your mage to your army and start your first battle. And here we are on the very first battle of the start of the campaign. Legendary, very hard. We're going to place our 2 characters up the front. To their flanks, we're going to put 2 spears, and then behind them in the center, 2 archers. Now the reason why we're a bit further back is because they have an artillery advantage. We don't want them to exploit us with that. We're going to keep our cavalry here in reserve, and they will be very useful in disabling the enemy archers. And up the front here, we will place our dragon. Actually, we'll put all of our characters up the front. Why not? We can move them back in time. Now that looks like they are shooting at him. While I don't waste archer ammo, sometimes you do have to waste some artillery because you're just going to get absolutely barreled if you get hit by it. So I'm showing you how to do this perfect run. This is how you do it. You won't see me wasting archer fire, but alright, and that has pissed them off enough to come this way. That's okay. We're going to pull our mage back. We're going to target their lord with these fireballs and do some good damage. We're going to move up this flank here. We're going to isolate the catapults with our dragon. Oh, just remember, keep on dodging these arrows. Keep launching fireballs at the enemy. And what we'll do is we'll move out of the range of the archers. Keep your eye on this catapult. We're going to move our troops back a bit because we don't want to get hit by that catapult fire. Go. So we're just going to burn and just jump on these archers here, stop them from shooting, and that's one archer unit broken.
Behold as I march.
Don't be afraid to let out a dragon breath. Disable the archers. Remember, they're the only thing that really threaten you. Focus down one unit at a time and you should break the enemy. I'll say again, it is way easier just to waste their ammo of the archers and the artillery with the dragon, but I can only bring myself to bait out some artillery. If you got really wrecked there, you can take the captives to get a bit of replenishment. More reason to run them down at the end, but here we really want this influence. It'll help you get a better noble sooner, so we're going to take that and now attack Bone Gulch. On the battlefield, just starting with our archers in the back, hotkey them, say number 3, and we're going to keep them in reserve, keeping Imrik and Michaela as number 1 and 2. Start the battle. Now, they only have 1 ranged unit and they are blasting charges. They can't hit us in the air, so we're going to fly up ahead with our Sun Dragon. Make sure you keep lobbing the occasional fireball at them just to give them a bit of hurt. If you see them overlapping at all, this is where you do want to use your breath, but use it along the lines of their ranks. Lord here will provide a leadership bubble, so we're going to focus him down first. Yes. Alright, now we're going to fire a fireball. We want to do it like this along the rank of the enemy. Let's do it. There we go. Same with our Dragon Breath. Now we don't want friendly fire, right? So we'll take a few losses doing this. See how this will end up jetting into our own guys? Take the time to line up a good breath attack. Okay, this is much better. And if we look at the impact, there we go, all along their enemies. Imrik didn't really get hurt, so this is a good outcome. Getting a nice bit of hammer and anvil against our spears there, and we'll do the same with our dragon, using him to dive into the enemy. Now, these miners don't have any shields, so we get great mileage by using our archers against them. And having enemies blob around your single characters sets up nice shots for your magic. Now, after that battle, you need to crush this barracks, and instead we're going to be placing the Elven Gardens. Nobles will give us an excellent advantage with replenishment, as well as some more line holding. Now, the Bone Gulch has this unique dragon graveyard, which will reduce upkeep for your dragons and provide some much needed gold. For research, always get archery prowess first to improve your archery, and in that vein as well, leveling up Imrik, we first want to improve his movement with Route Marcher and then go down Bowmaster. We need to max this out ASAP to improve our damage output. Michaela, of course, we need Burning Head. I'll be focusing on that. Now for diplomacy. Whilst it's normally a bad idea just to keep joining wars for money, you sometimes need money, but more importantly, this guy will be neighbouring us. We want him on side, we want friendly dwarfs because they're pretty much the only ally we got, so we're going to join his war with a distant enemy, which we'll probably never need to fight. Yes. The most you can out of him, sign away. And now, because they've lost all their military, it's time to peace out with Clan Helheim. Get whatever agreements you can.
So I can be done with them.
They will still probably turn on us. These guys are not your typical Dowie, they're an absolute pain in the tail, but we've got to work with what we have to work with. Let's just sign our lives away. Let's just hope that, say, Clan Rictus get into war with them and distract them, and we stay kind of out of that. So our idea is we want to stay quite insular here, so we can target the Dragon Isles without any interruptions. Last of all, get 2 archers and end your turn. Just a quick reminder guys, if you are enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing, it really helps out. Ask any question in the comments, I answer everything. And if you'd like to talk strategy, feel free to join the Discord. Cheers. Turn 2, you now have your quest for Caledor. We're going to move up here to the very edge of our territory, and we are going to hire 2 more archers. And that's it for this turn. Don't worry about these rats, they won't hurt you, they're just out there to guard that one territory, they'll ignore you. Turn 3, now this is very careful, make sure you do this all in the right order. We're going to take Bitter Bay. Now this will just be a really corrupt cesspool, and yes, it will keep on revolting, but it will have a port here which will earn you some money and has another great building. You're going to be fighting a fair bit of revolts off there, but you will get a lot of money from defending those revolts. So it is overall worth it. I know it's a bit of a rocky way to play, but this is actually easier than having to, bunker down. Now, we will be able to hire nobles directly with Imrik in a few more turns, but we need a noble right now. So we're going to hire one right here, it's the closest route, and get one which has the least bad of the traits. Also have a look at these 40 traits, they're alright, really don't want the entire army suffering. So let's do it. Now also up here we're going to hire ourselves a life mage. Now we're going to move in some really toxic Nurgle chaos corrupted area. It's going to really burn down our health. Life Mage here will be able to heal us back up to health. If you can get ridiculed, this is the best one. We're not using Phoenixes for a very long time. With her, hire 1, and if you can, 2 archers. That will join Imrik when they get together. Finally, we are done with this building. Knock it down. Imrik will do the rest of the noble hiring for us and end your turn. Turn number 4, our noble and mage can now move. So let's lead with the noble first. He has the most movement, and this is where we'll be traveling to, Dragon Fang Mount. It is our first destination, and we're going to be fighting our way up here to create a bottleneck that they can't get through. Let's move with our mage. Let's put her on force march. Get her to move up as far as she can, just like that. Of course, Imrik moving up in his own way about up to there. Make sure you force march with Imrik to get him as close as you possibly can en route to that port. And now build the trinket maker, and if you have the cash, also the plaza here. Turn 5, some enemies are already starting to get wiped out. It's a violent area of the world. First run our noble up as close as he can get. Same with our mage, moving her up too. And then finally Imrik, we're going to take him off force march
as you were,
and double check the enemy. Now we need to make sure that we can win depending where he is. So this is where a bit of map reading and reconnaissance will pay off. So let's see his opponent. Click on that icon there. His bouncer power is still pretty good. So that means that he at least has an army here or an army here, and he's probably resisting them one way or another. So I would imagine that his forces are probably over here, not situated. Now this is where you can do one of 2 things. One, you can sit here, move into the shallows. You'll still take attrition because this is gross Nurgle water we're swimming through, but if you want to hold off, you can, and you'll get both the Archmage as well as the Noble into this fight, which will help you with a bit more manpower. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Let's declare war. Do it.
I am
and charge. Okay, cool. It looks like we can win this. We need to do this on the battlefield without any casualties. Let's do it. On the battlefield, starting with our 2 spears on the flanks, and our characters, we're going to tank with Imrik because we'll have our mage here soon that will be able to heal him. So let's control them, bring all our archers up in a single line, get up their mage, and we're going to take 2 of these and make similar to my 2 hollow squares the closest we can, and we're going to hotkey these and we're going to focus fire down some nurglings one at a time. Let's do it. Now we're going to move our mage up ever so slightly because we can use Burning Head to do some serious damage. Alright, so we're going to get Imrik to hopefully herd up 2 of these, and we're going to burn them with our dragon.
Suffer my love! They die!
Yeah, it's a good amount of damage. That's good. That's good. Using a single unit like this to pin an enemy in place for any area of effect, whatever it might be, will do great. Dragon Breath included. There you go. This army should be quite close to breaking. Alright, we did that pretty well, and Imrik took the damage. That's great. He'll get healed up next turn when our Archmage comes to shore. We want to occupy, we want to keep this as revolt-free as possible. Imrik needs to get Bowmaster as quickly as possible and just keep leveling up Burning Head on your mage. Now let's take a look to see if we can find Kugath. There he is. Now there's a chance he might be down here. If that happens, you are going to have to fight a really tough battle. Just make sure you use a similar formation to what I did before and use your Dragon Breath and your Burning Heads very wisely when they are engaged. Dragon Mount is excellent because of the Sea Dragon's Teeth. This is an amazing building. It will help you overcome some of the negatives of this not being your preferred climate, as well as, again, some more gold. We love it. We now have enough gold. Instead, cast the Invocation of Eldrazor. This is going to level up our characters, our lord, the things that they cannot take away from us. Also, it has a pretty hefty negative impact on your relations with the High Elves, but the idea is it only lasts 10 turns. We are going to take at least that to confederate back into Ulthuan, right? And finally, build 1 archer and 1 spear. Turn 6, it is now time to upgrade another research, and we're going to go straight for the wall. As for Imrik, we're going to move him up. We can't get across all the way to that settlement. We can see Kugath has taken the whole entire island. Switch to encamp stance. What's your movement here? Less than 50%, guys. Don't want to go over that. Just up here and flip over to encamp. Done. Run your noble up into Imrik, and this will give him even more healing. Exactly what we wanted. And last up, if you can reach. Oh, will she reach? Ah, just short of it. Well, if you can, pass those troops so they get the healing. If you didn't last time, build the entertainment building here now in your capital. Now you might have some extra cash. If you are playing on the easy difficulties, you may have enough to build this port. Do it. It's another income stream. Turn 7, over the end turn, we got some experience. That is Invocation of Eldrazor, giving us some extra experience. Make sure you get replenishment and then smash your melee defense. Very carefully, we're going to put our mage in regular stance and pass our 2 archers into Imrik's army. We then need to move Imrik into regular stance and just basically target the Shattered Stone Isle.
They are nothing.
Moving him up, he'll get there next turn. Now Kugath will only be a turn away, so this allows us to move up to the very edge. Camp stance, she'll resist this corruption. And with her, we're going to hire 1 archer and 1 spear. Ultimately, want to have 4 spears or even 5 in Imrik's army. Turn number 8, I forgot you can actually go through the water instead of going on the land, but that's fine. So he's retreated back to the Shattered Stone Isle, and we are going to blockade it right now with Imrik. He's managed to catch the plague. We want our mage to get the experience. Let's pass these troops up to Imrik. She can do it. We could really auto-resolve that and get a ton of experience and gold. And on the battlefield, the enemy's up here, so we need a nice clear open area to maximize our range advantage. Let's set up the archers first because they are really what count here. Number 3, number 4, up the very front center, and then 1, 2 in reserve. Also, finally in reserve, our Dragon Princes ready to smash the enemy. Kugath does have an artillery weapon with his cannon that's on his throne, so he will definitely try to hurt us. I don't know if he's going to target Imrik himself. We don't want our dragon to die, so let's just give a heal. And the rest of our magic really needs to go towards Burning Heads. Gets a bit hilly over here. Let's move more into the open. They're certainly coming for us now. Alright, see if you can get a decent cast of Burning Head along their ranks. That's alright, it's doing some decent damage. Yeah, it was a good one. There we go. Right. Use Imrik to pin one of these guys in place. Right, let's focus down 1 unit. Right, they're trying to outflank us as expected. Change your targets when you think they're destroyed. Just keep an eye on everything.
It will.
Alright, those Dragon Princes are going to be getting out of here very soon.
Understood. Acknowledged. Fall back.
Moving!
Alright, Dragon Princes retreating.
Without fail. For the
Let's move Imrik and the Sun Dragon down here. Just only these two left. Come on, Imrik, finish the job.
Rain death. The dragons roar. Witness me.
Charge!
I will go.
Mighty Elf, fight! Tell you what, Imrik's losing this duel badly. Come on, Imrik. Come on, you can do it, mate. One more, but below halfway, he should start losing morale because he's at lower health.
To victory! To battle!
Man, God Daddy of Nurgle, all done and dusted. Bye.
They'll thrive.
And everyone's got the plague. Max this out. Max out Bowmaster so you have good spears, good bows. Later in the campaign, once you've got his good unique tree and once you've improved his melee, that's when we get Skymaster, as well as this to improve your dragons. But that is late game. Don't look past that. This is absolutely worth it. Kindle Flame will make your burning heads more powerful, and then get more magic reserves, and then Flamestorm. Now, you might be wondering, why am I not upgrading these to tier 2? Thing is, we might not be holding this for this long. We could get attacked at any time and lose this, and that's a good amount of gold that we might not get back. That we need this building to exist for at least 10 turns to be worth it, so it's not worth it. Tier 1 buildings, absolutely. Tier 2, we need them to last. We're best off investing this money here where we're guaranteed to stick around. Now, what we'll do is, if he still has an army over here, then just stay put. But if he doesn't, which we can clearly see, it's all good. We're going to force march our mage there, leaving Imrik in Shattered Stone Isle to heal up, and next turn we should be able to move her there and reinforce. Turn 9, take our Archmage out of force march, and we can reach this. And this is awesome because we'll pin this down under siege, switch Imrik to force march, and let's reinforce this battle. We're going to let her borrow our Sun Dragon because our siege attacker. That will allow her to attack it this turn. And I'm just going to auto-resolve that. And we have eliminated.
They will know.
Nurgle is gone. And that is turn 9. And we have the Dragon Isles under our control. And of course, upgrade that capital. Always upgrading the capital first. So we're just going to check the diplomacy here. They like us for now, so I don't think they'll attack us. I think that if we stay still, they'll sail back there to protect their only province. Now the war is over. And then we'll sail over and attack them there. We do want that. Sorry guys, you're in the way. As you see, buildings do cost a lot because this isn't our ideal province. But we can circumvent this. We can get mages with the administrator trait. You will need 60 influence to do it, so make sure you pick a good law, one that you like, and it's worth having, one that you can just even bring in for a few turns to do some building. Also around now, the Chaos Dwarfs might try to bully you into giving you some gold, and if they do, just take it for now. Give them money, tell them to piss off, because you'll get your chance. They will die, but there's no point being too proud and dying now. And there we go. We have taken our province, turn 10, no dramas, and that is the faction destroyed. And now we shouldn't have anyone except for the rats that are in the distance that are at war with us. And seeing how your relations are going with the dwarfs now, that's improving. Yes. These guys are improving. You may need to give a gift every now and then to stop them from going negative and attacking, so keep an eye on these guys. Both of these guys will eventually be the only barriers you have to more pain, but when you do come into contact with Thorgrim and other dwarfs, this will help endear you to them, so it's a long-term strategy. Let's improve our growth. From here, what I would recommend is attacking Gorst and getting him out of this area here, and this will make a friendly barrier with Cathay. Don't go past here, become friendly with Cathay, and then now come back here to unite these holdings. Probably around here you'll start getting attacked by Drazoeth. Just try to hold on here for as long as you can until you've wiped these guys, and then you can take him on. This is by far the safest, and it's a little bit more painful, but build yourself administrators here. This will reduce the construction time. Now you will get some revolts here. What you do is hire a fire mage and use all those awesome burning head moves that you saw earlier. Wait till you see that they're one turn away from revolting, and then build that up. It'll give you more money from destroying the revolts. Don't even worry about taking that. You're better off taking care of actual threats around here. Don't worry about it. This is Elven Blood Armor. Please consider liking and subbing. It's great to be back. I'll see you next time.